Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gora Premanande. Maybe start from auspicious mantras. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishadbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Srimad-Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 10, the opulence of the Absolute, text number 25. Maharshinam Brigur Aham. Maharshinam Brigur Aham. Giram Asmi Ekam. Giram as ekam aksharam. Giram asmi ekam aksharam. Yagyanam japa yagyosmi. Yagyanam japa yagyosmi. Sthavaranam Himalaya. Sthavaranam Himalayam. Maharshinam Briguraham. Giram asmi ekam aksharam. Yagyanam japa yagyosmi. Sthavaranam Himalayam. Maharshinam Brigur Aham. Giram asmi ekam aksharam. Yagyanam japa yagyosmi. Stavaranam Himalaya. Maharishnam, among the great sages. Bhrigu, Aham, I am. Giram, of vibrations. Asmi, I am. Ekam aksharam, pranava. Yagyanam, of sacrifices. Japa yagya, chanting. Asmi, I am. Sthavaranam, of immovable things. Himalaya, the Himalayan mountains. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Of the great sages, I'm Bhrigu. Of vibration, I'm the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I'm the chanting of the holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I'm the Himalayas. Purport. Brahma, the first living creature within the universe, created several sons of the propagation of various kinds of species. Among these sons, Bhrigu is the most powerful sage. Of all the transcendental vibrations, the Omkara, represents Krishna. Of all sacrifices, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the purest representation of Krishna. Sometimes animal sacrifices are recommended, but in the sacrifice of Hare Krishna, there is no question of violence. It is the simplest and purest. Whatever is sublime in the words is a representation of Krishna. Therefore, the Himalayas, the greatest mountains in the world, also represent Him. The mountain named Meru was mentioned in a previous verse, but Meru is sometimes movable, whereas the Himalayas are never movable. Thus, the Himalayas are the greater than Meru. Yes, we are in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. On the beginning of this chapter is famous verses, Chatur Shloki Gita. This verses 8, 10, 11 and 12. And on these verses, Krishna summarizes all meaning of Bhagavad Gita. Mm-hmm. And after this verse, Arjuna glorify Krishna. He is very enlivened by Krishna's words, and he explained that Krishna, I would like hear more about your opulences. And Krishna said, okay, then I will give you some of my opulences, a little bit. And this is one of this verse from this sections of the verses. And here is mentioned Bhrigu Muni, which is the son of Brahma. And with Bhrigu Muni is interesting story. This story is in Krishna book and of course in 10th canto of Srimad-Bhagavatam. It is mentioned that this long ago there was some assembly of great sages on the bank of river Saraswati, and they perform sacrifices. And one of the sacrifice named Satra. And they discuss about some philosophical topics, and they got to this point that who is the biggest from these three predominated deities, Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva? I didn't know. And they discuss a little bit about it, and they decide to send Bhrigu Muni to test all of them. And Bhrigu Muni, because he was a great sage, with some mystical power, first he go to Brahmaloka, to his father. And he appeared before Lord Brahma, but he didn't, it was intentionally, he didn't respect his father. He not take obeisances, he not give some prayers, some nice words and so on. And Brahma was a little bit surprised and angry. What it is? My son is not giving me proper respect. And he was angry, but by his intelligence he controlled his mind and he pacified himself. And Bhrigu Muni understood that this my father is a little bit agitated by my activity, but my behavior. Next was Lord Shiva, means brother of Bhrigu Muni. And this time, he intentionally make some offense. This offense was by words. This first offense was by mind. And the second is by words, because Shiva saw his brother, my brother, and he won't touch him and grate him and so on, and Brigmuni, don't touch me, you are dirty, you are constantly has ashes from the crematorium, and you have bad association of some ghost and so on. I don't want to touch you. And Shiva was so angry that he take his trident and he won't kill his brother. But wife of Lord Shiva, he pacify him. No, please don't be angry, be peaceful, and by this way she pacify him. It means Bhrigu Muni understood that my brother is also not so controlling his mind. And next was Lord Vishnu. Bhrigu Muni go to Vishnu Loka when Vishnu is residing, and this time he physically make offense. He kick the Lord Vishnu. And Lakshmi, when she saw this, was so angry for Bhrigu Muni. But Lord Vishnu was completely peaceful, and you give me some blessings by your lotus feet. How I can serve you? You are Brahmana. I'm supposed to give some service to Brahmana. And Bhrigu Muni was surprised. But Lakshmi Devi was not so satisfied by this, and it's mentioned that from this time Brahmanas usually they are poor because they don't have blessings of Lakshmi Devi. And Bhrigu Muni back to assembly of the sages. He explained everything, how it was, and everybody they go to the conclusion that yes, Vishnu is the supreme from all these three predominated deity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. This is a story about Bhrigu Muni, which is mentioned on this verse. And next point on this verse is mentioned Omkara. And actually Omkara, or glorification of Omkara, is I think 4 times in Bhagavad Gita mentioned. Is verse 8:13. After being situated in yoga practice and vibrating the sacred syllable Om, the supreme combinations of letter, if one thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and quit his body, he will certainly reach the spiritual planets. This is in the chapter 8, when Krishna explained how to reach his planet, what qualification should be on this person. And here is mentioned that one who is meditating on Omkara, or vibrating Omkara, and actually in the purport, Prabhupada explained that chanting Hare Krishna mantra is this contains Om, this Om vibration. It means, for Prabhupada, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and Omkara is practically non-different. And next is the 9:17, also is mentioned, Om. I'm the father of the universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I'm the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I'm also Rik, Sama, and Yajur Vedas. On this verse, Krishna explained that I'm Omkara. Actually, Krishna mentioned this. I'm not different from this transcendental vibration of Om. And next is 17:24. Therefore, transcendentalists undertaking performances of sacrifices, charity, and penance in accordance with scriptural regulations begin always with Om to attain the Supreme. This is in 17 chapters, the descriptions of different divisions of faith, and here is explained how to do it, because this is the end of 17th chapter. It means all sacrifices should start from the Om. And we can recognize that many of mantras start from the Om. For example, from Rig Veda, Om Tad Vishno Paramam Padagam Sada Pasyanti Sureho Diviva Chakshuatatam Tat Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagam Sasamindyate Vishnoryat Paramam Padam. This mantra from Rig Veda 1:22-20. And this mantra is explaining that as Brahmanas, they see the sun, which is giving the light to the whole universe, and similarly, they see everywhere Lord Vishnu, who is Paramam Padam, the supreme shelter. Yes. It's very nice glorification. Oh, thank you. Of Omkara, when Lord Chaitanya was argue with Mayavadis. This is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita and also in teaching of Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya explained that it was big mistake of Shankaracharya, main, how to say, Acharya of Mayavada philosophy, because he changed Omkara, which is the main, how to say, mantra in the Vedas, for Tattvam Asi. And Lord Chaitanya criticized Shankaracharya for this. And on this discussion, if somebody is interested, can read this, because it's a huge discussion. And actually on this discussion, Lord Chaitanya explained our philosophy, Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, in contrast to Mayavada philosophy. And on this talk, Lord Chaitanya is giving many quotes from the scriptures which glorify Omkara, that is unlimited, transcendental, supreme, and indestructible. Yeah, many verses. And even it's mentioned that incarnation of the Supreme Lord is non-different from Omkara. And Omkara is therefore the ultimate representation of all the Vedas. Yeah, now somebody can say, why you don't chant Om? When Om is so glorified in the Vedas. But we follow Lord Chaitanya, we follow our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, and we chant Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, which is, Prabhupada mentioned, is in Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna is included Omkara. Therefore, no problem. Yeah. And last point, japa is mentioned here on this verse, japa. And definition of japa is in Nectar of Devotion, chapter 9. Chanting a mantra, hymn softly and slowly is called japa. And chanting the same mantra loudly is called kirtan. And Prabhupada explained that chanting loudly, everybody is taking benefit, and if you chant softly only for yourself, only you take benefit of this chanting. Yeah, Prabhupada mentioned. Japa is practiced for the personal benefit of the chanter, but when kirtan is performed, it is for the benefit of all others who may hear. Yeah, and very often Prabhupada, also on this today verse, Prabhupada mentioned that japa is not different from kirtan, because this is also chanting. And we know that on this age, the more important is loudly chanting of holy name. In Brihat Naradiya Purana is mentioned Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyatha. This verse is quoted by Lord Chaitanya. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Yeah, this is simple shloka which explain that this is yagya for this age. Actually, it is confirmed in 12th canto of Srimad-Bhagavatam. Krite yat dhyayato vishnum tretayam yajato mukhai dvapare paricharyayam kalautat dhari kirtanat. Whatever result was obtained in Satya Yuga by meditating on Vishnu, in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifices, and in Dvapara Yuga by serving the Lord's lotus feet, can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Kirtanat, Hari Kirtanat. Yeah, this is quoted from Srimad-Bhagavatam, 12th canto. And last verse for today is also this is from 11th canto. Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Krishnam, Sangopan Gastra Parshadam, Yagyai Sankirtana Pre, Yajantihi Sumet Hasa. On this verse is lower and lower. This verse from 11th canto predicted that Lord Chaitanya will appear. Tvisha Krishnam, it means he is not black. And he will perform congregational chanting of Hare Krishna, and we know that Lord Chaitanya established this congregational chanting. Before Lord Chaitanya, this chanting was known only for some devotees. But Lord Chaitanya established this as a yuga dharma. It means performs sacrifice for this age Kali on which we are living now. And this verse also explains that he is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. What is the weapon of Lord Chaitanya? Who knows? Yeah, but we can take this like this, but I have in my mind some different thing. Nobody know? Beauty of Lord Chaitanya. It is said that Lord Chaitanya his beauty is like a weapon, and he destroys many opponents simply by his beauty. Yeah, yes. Lord Chaitanya was very attractive. He was very tall and very. Yeah, this is what I would like to say. Maybe some question, comments, disagreements.
Very simple question. So, what is better than kirtan or the chanting? When I, for example, have when I chanted 14 rounds and I need to chant to 16, but Guru Puja is already here. What should I do? Should I? There is 3 variants. So should I go out of the room and chant my 2 rounds? Should I chant and be at the kirtan, or should I be only at Guru Puja and chant my rounds after?
Yeah, for everything is proper time. Yes. Usually we are chanting in japa time in the morning after Mangala Arati, and this is especially time for this chanting. And glorifying our acharya is also very important. Therefore, yeah, everything should be scheduled properly. Of course, sometimes it's not possible, but yeah, we should follow morning program. Yeah, especially this is good for young devotee to. They should know how to participate in morning program. This is also some kind of, how to say, like in soldiers, they have rules and regulations. Also, this especially for the young devotee, they should be trained. Especially, they should train their own mind. Yeah, and this is morning, wake up and so on. This is not so pleasurable for the mind, but we are follow these rules and regulations to control our mind. Yeah. Yeah. And both of these things are important. It means our japa is important, and also kirtan is important. They are different little bit meaning. Japa is our own, how to say, meditation, our own concentration on the holy name. And kirtan is chanting together. It's more easy to concentrate on the holy name. Yes, but Prabhupada wants that we should chant 16 rounds every day, japa. Yeah? Because somebody can say, "Oh, yeah, I'm all day chanting kirtan on the street. It's not needed to japa." No, Prabhupada explained that even if we taking initiation, yeah, we say to our guru, who is representative of Krishna for us, that we will chant at least 16 rounds every day, and we follow 4 rules. And this is the most important instructions of our spiritual master. And we should follow.
Hare Krishna, you were talking about the other yugas and how there was a different yuga dharma. And in the, I believe, 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna what kind of things he is. He says, of all renunciations, he is japa. You know, when he's listing all these things. You know what I mean?
In 15th chapter?
I'm not sure. He says of he's like the sun, and of all the lights in the night he's the moon, and of all the Rudras he is Shiva, and of all austerities he is Japa. So he's saying that Japa is the highest austerity, the best austerity. And also Prabhupada is saying this in the purport, and that we should do japa because of that, because it's the highest form of austerity and is most beneficial for us to reach Krishna. And so my question is, why did the humans in the other yugas not do japa like we? Why do they had an other dharma if japa is the highest austerity?
Yeah, different yugas, they have different main process of practicing spiritual life. This is explanation. For Satya Yuga is meditation, for Treta Yuga is very opulent sacrifices, for Dvapara Yuga is worship of the Krishna, and in Kali Yuga is congregational chanting of the holy name. This is the main process.
So
And it depends on this. Why? Somebody can say why. Because on different ages, people, they have different they're different people, simple. And for us, we cannot practice meditation like in Satya Yuga. Therefore, it's different process for different ages, for different people. Actually, in different ages, people, they have different, inclinations, and therefore it's like this. And it's said that congregational chanting is the most easy. Yeah. And because in Kali Yuga, people are so degraded, they cannot perform other processes from previous ages.
Yeah, but in general, would you say that the Bhagavad Gita is also important for all the different yugas, that all the same things which stand in there are also true in different yugas?
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita, this is ABC, this spiritual knowledge. It means this knowledge is more broad, and therefore we have commentaries of acharyas, and they explain how to use this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita on this age, on this time. Yeah. Therefore, on this today verse, in the Sanskrit is japa yagya. But Prabhupada focus in his purport for we don't have time, that chanting the Hare Krishna is the purest representation of Krishna and is the purest yagya for this age. Therefore, we follow our acharya. You understand? Yeah. Not all of this, what is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, is proper for us in Kali Yuga. Yeah. Directly, like this chanting Om. We don't chant Om, 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 Om. Yeah, we chant Hare Krishna because Lord Chaitanya recommends this. All of acharyas recommend this, and therefore we follow our acharyas. But also Prabhupada mentioned that there's no difference between Om and Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Therefore, it's nothing against teaching of Bhagavad Gita. It's a little bit different application. Oh, you can say like this. Of this knowledge. I think I should stop here because it's time for Gaura Arati. Thank you very, very much. Hare Krishna. Shla Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhakti.